Hello, folks. Reloading Bench back with you once again on this gorgeous weekend. And I had a local pickup, and I was fortunate enough to find somebody who had Unique, which, if you look online, Unique's been very hit or miss. Right now, it's a miss. Jump over to Powder Valley. Every size 1, 4, and 8 pounder are out of stock with Unique. But primers are back, and prices are a little bit all over the map. So I wanted to talk about, and I recently did a video on the cost of primers in 2024. So I'm not going to focus on these primers. It just so happens the person selling the Unique had a brick of a small pistol because I use Unique for 9mm. And since he had the small pistol and it was reasonably priced, I decided to pick it up. And he threw in, because he knows I shoot 45 ACP, he threw in a jug of 45 ACP. So I will go through this and find the small pistol primers and discard those and keep the large, clean them up, and then reuse them. But what I wanted to talk about was the cost of powder in 2024, powders. So I paid $40 for a relatively newish, I don't know the date, I don't know how you decipher the date on the product code to determine when it was made. This is the current Unique brand as opposed to, or the label as opposed to the older label, because I do have some of the older as well. So as long as powder is stored in a relatively dry, non-humid location and well cared for, it's kind of like primers, should not have any problem. So let's talk about price for Unique. So if I wanted to buy this, if it was in stock at Powder Valley, and I didn't go out to like Midway or Brownells, and I'm sure the prices are going to be, similar, comparable. So today on their website, this is $48, which not a lot more than the $40 that I paid, but I would have to pay tax. And I don't know why Powder Valley is listing tax as $7, because it's slightly over 10%. Tax on $48 is $5. So I'm not sure where they're getting the 7 from. I know California has a new 11% tax on top of everything else. Shipping is $13, and the hazmat is $23. So if I wanted to buy 1 pound of powder, which I would never do, from Powder Valley, if they had this in stock, it would cost me $91 delivered to my door. So that is a very significant savings. That is like a 60% savings. But everyone's going to say, "Oh, you never buy 1 pound." Correct. I would never buy 1 pound of powder. But that means you're also spending hundreds of dollars. So if you just wanted to top off and needed 1 more pound, then this is the route to go. If you needed 5, 4, 5, 8, whatever the magic number is, I think 8 pounds was 300 and some odd dollars, plus tax, plus hazmat, plus shipping. So you're in the $400 range. 10 times more than this for 8 times more than this. So again, to each their own in terms of, what they want to spend. But, for me, spending $40 on powder today is what I would call I'm going to call it the current reasonable price. So back in 2010, this was $20 for this pound of powder, just as, each one of these primers were 2 cents. And you could get a brick of 1,000 for $20. So those days are done. They're gone. So get over it. Powder at $40, that's not too bad. Again, because of hazmat, shipping, tax, you have to buy in bulk when you find it, and that makes it a little less reasonable price-wise, unless you can find somebody local. So speaking of local, during the height of the cough, I remember one shop, and I spoke about this a few years ago, one shop that had, a bunch of labels, price tags, one over another, And you could see, the current price, it was $99 for a pound of powder. And you could see the older prices, of 89, 79, whatever. But, I still have shops near me that are between $50 and $65 for a pound of powder, depending on what it is. Some are saying, and I don't know how true it is, 2,400 is no longer available, no longer being produced. So that means whoever has it is going to command a premium for it. For those who like that particular powder for, I think, faster burning. So, it kind of comes down to where you're getting your stuff, what you're paying for it. I've said before, primers at, and what do today's prices for primers? Let's see. Today I was actually looking. They're on sale at Powder Valley for $75 for 100. 1,000 a brick, regularly $83. So $83 is better than the $89 and higher that I've seen. 70, what did I say it was? 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 75. 75, not bad. I think primers should be, about $40. I'd like to see them at 35, $40 for a brick. If powder is settling in at double what it was 2010, $20 a pound, now it's $40 a pound. I would like to see primers in that range as well. But happy to get the unique, and happy to pay double what I used to pay many, many years ago. But that's the sign of the times, inflation, and everything else. So, beggars can't be choosers. It's just getting harder and harder to find what you need at reasonable prices. So the secondary market is pretty reasonable. If you know who you're getting it from and you can trust them, as opposed to, what's to trust on powder? If you're a little unsure, crack it open, smell it. If it has a danky, skunky smell, then I'm guessing that was the price. Then you don't want to use it. But if it smells like your other powders, so that's a hard thing to describe in terms of what powder smells like. But if it smells like fertilizer, I think you're in trouble. But if it doesn't, it has a reasonable smell that matches some of your other powders, you should be fine. But $40, I'm happy with it. This was on the more expensive side at $70, but again, no tax, no shipping, no hazmat, and I load 9, so the two will go hand in hand. And I'll do probably a video in the next few weeks on my total cost to load 9mm versus buying commercial online. That's it for now. Happy camper. We've got some unique. Take care.